Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to another episode of From Soul to Crown. I really hope that this video finds you well. I hope you're having a blessed day. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I really do appreciate your viewership. Before I begin the video, I just want to mention that if you like this type of content, if you like videos about synchronicities, the law of attraction, metaphysics, the paranormal, crystals and stones and their healing properties, please do consider subscribing to this channel. This way, whenever I do upload future content, it'll get delivered straight to your feed. You never need to worry about missing any of my future uploads. So what I would like to do in this video is I would like to discuss yet another synchronicity that occurred to me. And this is something that happened to me about a month ago. So I would say beginning of June or maybe towards the tail end of May. And it was something that I considered to be a strong enough synchronicity that I wrote it down. And I said, I need to not forget that this happened. And I had a few witnesses. My brother is a witness. My wife is a witness. My daughter is a witness as well, although she is quite young and she'll probably not remember this. But I also shared this experience with a coworker of mine whose name is Lewis. And he gave me some pretty good insight as to what he thinks it is and why it happened and why it involved the person that it does involve. But before I share the synchronicity with you, I just want to preface this video by saying that I've had these experiences in the past, and these synchronicities only started happening to me back in February of this year. And I have speculated that the reason why they started happening to me, along with me having these really crazy, vivid dreams, and I can remember like everything that happens in the dream when I wake up. I also had a really crazy, vivid dream last night that I have to share with my friend Carlos, whom it involves. But I want to preface this by saying that I think the reason why these synchronicities have started happening to me is because back in February, when I was learning more about the pineal gland and the fact that there are ways to decalcify it, I actually started taking a lot of supplements to try to decalcify it. Everything from iodine in the form of Lugol solution to chaga mushroom tea in the form of tea bags, powder, and chunks. I've also started taking raw garlic, wild oregano oil, raw, organic, unpasteurized, and unfiltered apple cider vinegar, lemon water made with organic lemon, so on and so forth, and I have noticed that it really has transformed me in a very positive way. I feel like it has made me a lot more tranquil, a lot more empathetic, a lot more calm. And I just love this sensation and I love this feeling. Some might say that it would activate a higher consciousness, or maybe you're vibrating at a higher frequency. I don't have methods or measures by which I could measure that in myself. And so I'm not going to lay that claim, but I will say that I have been experiencing a lot of synchronicities. So here is one of them. So about a month ago, towards the tail end of May or the beginning of June, I ended up acquiring a new pair of clippers. Now, we're all sort of in this quarantine, or we were in this quarantine. I know a lot of states started opening back up again, as did my state. I actually live in northern New Jersey. And I had gone months and months and months without a haircut. And I've actually been cutting my own hair. I hope it looks decent. This is actually like the shortest it's been ever since I was in like grammar school or something like that. But I bought a pair of clippers because I said, I think I'm going to teach myself how to cut my own hair. I get this pair of clippers in the mail. I'm really excited to start using them. And I say to myself, you know what? I haven't looked at enough YouTube videos to feel super confident to cut my own hair. But I said, let me try it on my dog, right? I'll make him the guinea pig, if you will. So I take my dog, who is it's this 8-year-old Shih Tzu Poodle mix. His name is Duke. I love him very much. He was a rescue. And I say, you know what? His hair is getting to be super long. And one thing about him, I guess this is a characteristic of his breed. When it gets to be super long, it starts to develop all of these knots in it. So it gets really matted, and I'm sure that it's really uncomfortable for him. And it's also starting to get really hot outside. We're officially in this in the summer. And so I said, I need to cut his hair, right? It's long overdue. The groomers are closed, and even when they opened back up, they didn't have any openings until like 2 weeks in the future. So I said, I'm going to cut his own hair. I'm going to take it upon myself to do it. So I groomed him, and there was this pile of fur that started to accumulate on my living room floor. And I said, okay, I'm just going to pick it up, going to put it in a separate trash bag, and I'm going to throw it away. And as I saw it sitting there, I suddenly got the idea to take the fur and to shape it in the silhouette of a dog, because it was so voluminous, right? It had this volume to it. And I said, you know what? I bet you I can shape it in the shape of a dog and actually make it look like another dog. And maybe I can play like a little prank on my wife. So I'm gonna include a picture of it right here. And you can probably see in that picture, it looks like there are 3 dogs. One of them is lying down. That's the fake dog. That's not even a real dog. That's just his groomings, right? And then you see my dogs, Duke and Dylan, standing on the rug portion that I have in my living room. So I said, okay, I'm gonna play a prank on my wife. When she comes home, she's gonna see it, she's gonna flip out, she's gonna say, oh my God, what is that? Did you get a 3rd dog? Whatever. So I timed it right. I gave her a call. She was just coming home from the park with our daughter. And she walks in the house and she looks on the floor and she sees what I did. And my daughter started crying immediately. She was like, oh, why isn't Duke moving? Why isn't he moving? And she actually, I guess she thought that he passed away. And I was like, oh, no, baby, look. It's not him. It's not real. So I started to sever his legs. Like, look, it's just fur. But she's very young, so she still had a hard time processing what was happening. And then my wife obviously was like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. You have so much time on your hands. And I was like, no, actually, it really only took like 2 or 3 minutes to shape it in that silhouette. But anyway, it looks really realistic. So I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. I want to share this picture with some of my family members and friends and relatives, whatever. And the first person that I shared this with was my brother. So I sent him a text message and it read something like, dude, I just scared Jen, who is my wife. And he goes, what did you do? And so I sent him a picture and he also couldn't believe it. He was like, wait, did you get another dog? And I'm like, no, I gave Duke a haircut, and those clippings, those groomings that you see on the floor is actually just something that I did. I shaped it in the silhouette of a dog. He goes, wow, that looks really real. That looks realistic. And then all of a sudden, he sends me a picture, and it was a picture of hair in the shape of a dog. And I said, what is this? He goes, oh, I did this when I cut my own hair, because my brother has been cutting his own hair as well. And I said, wait a second, did you just do this? And he goes, no, I did that about a month ago when I cut my hair. And I'm like, wait a second, don't you think that's odd? Here I'm sending you a picture of hair in the shape of a dog, and you're sending me a picture of hair in the shape of a dog, yet this is something that you did a month ago? And I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, this is a synchronicity. And he goes, oh, no, I don't think it is. It's just a coincidence. You know, people do this all the time. And I said, people do what all the time? Take hair clippings and shape it in the shape of a dog? I said, I've gotten a haircut from my barber hundreds, if not thousands of times. He never took my hair and shaped it in the shape of a dog. And why a dog? You know, and why did you end up taking a picture of it? And not for nothing, but his silhouette wasn't all that pretty, right? It wasn't all that convincing. And so the fact that he took a picture of it a month ago and happened to save it on his phone long enough for him to share it with me now and to pretty much serve as empirical evidence and tangible proof that, you know, this is a synchronicity that I'm having. And I just thought that was really cool. And it was kind of fun, you know, it was a fun, unique little thing that happened. And I shared it, like I said earlier on in the video, I shared this with one of my coworkers whose name is Lewis. And he thought the reason why this happened was because my brother and I are part of the same soul group, and that, you know, our personalities are so much alike and we have a lot in common, which in reality we don't. We're quite different people. We're on a different diet. We have different belief systems. We have different favorite TV shows. You know, we're different in many ways. But anyway, I just wanted to share that synchronicity with you. I thought that this was really, really cool. And these things happen to me on an almost daily basis. Obviously, if you're watching this video, if you would like to share synchronicity or a story, an experience of something that happened to you in your life, I would love to read/hear what you went through and what you have to say. Please do consider leaving a comment down below to participate. And also, once again, if you did take something of value from this video, I would really appreciate it if you could support this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click that button in the corner, and this way, whenever I do upload future videos, it'll get delivered straight to your feed. You never need to worry about missing any of my future uploads. Thanks again for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you next time. Bye.